Hi. I'm doing well. How about you? Good. Did you guys have fun? Yeah, I could tell. I could hear you guys laughing in the backyard. Yeah, I could. That's why I came out here. You're too loud. No, I'm kidding. My noisy neighbors. You guys have been friends forever. How long have you guys been friends now? Holy crap, really? Wow. Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. You too. You have a great day. No, I'm just going to sit and read my book and enjoy the day and have my tea. Okay, you too. Bye-bye. Sorry? Am I busy? No, I'm just sitting on my porch reading my book. Why? What's up? Yeah, you can talk to me. Come on up. There you go. Have a seat. Talk to me about what? What's up? Yeah, I guess I'm an older guy. Yeah, why? I have a fair bit of experience in some things. Yeah, what's... like life. Well, I have as much experience as I have in life, as much as I've gone through. Why? Well, sure, you can ask me some questions. No, it's not weird. Well, it's... I wasn't expecting it, but I mean, no, it's not weird that you're my neighbor's friend and you want to ask me questions, but what kind of questions do you have? It has to do with life. Okay, well, hit me with your questions and I'll see what kind of answers I can give you. All right, something going on? Okay, what have you been thinking a lot about? You're never happy. I mean, you sounded pretty happy today. You guys were laughing your heads off in the backyard and everything. Really happy. Okay, what do you mean by really happy? Well, that's interesting. No, I'm just trying to think of the proper way to kind of say this. But, happy or happiness. I mean, what does that really mean? Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, you see people all over, social media, and you see people all over TV and everywhere, and they appear to be so happy. They appear to be rich or well off, and they're doing really well, and they look really great, and they're so happy, and they're doing all these things. They're going going to all these places. But what you don't see is you don't see all of the stuff after the 2-minute clip you watched. And you don't see all the stuff that happens a year from now and maybe a year previous. You don't see any of these things. People put on these shows, to look like they're happy. Yeah, I'm so happy. Everybody is so happy. But are they really that happy? You got to wonder. But here's my thing. If you don't mind me rambling, if I'm rambling, then tell me and I'll stop. Okay. Here's the thing. Now, happiness. Okay, so first you have to define what happiness is to you. And then you have to figure out, okay, what's going to make you happy? But then you have to realize, okay, this thing is going to make me happy, but for how long? Well, what I mean is, okay, let's take for example, you won the lottery. You won millions of dollars, right? You're rich. Okay, maybe that's going to make you happy. And it would to a certain degree, because then, you don't have to worry about the stresses of money, and you don't have to worry about all of the other stuff like that you would normally have to worry about. So it might make you happy to a certain extent, but then for how long? Like, for how long is that going to make you happy? Because eventually, a year, 2 years down the road, it's just going to be the way you live. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to become the norm. So, another quick example. Let's say I play guitar. So let's say I buy a new guitar. So the guitar shows up. I open the case. I see it. I go, wow. I pull it out. I start playing it. And I'm so happy because, I got this new guitar and I'm playing it and it's great. But 6 months down the road, a year down the road, it's just going to be one of my guitars. It's not going to hold that same, oh my God, check this out. So in the material side of things, there's that. There's like, okay, yeah, maybe material things will make you happy, but, it's only going to be for so long before it just becomes a possession that you have and becomes part of the scenery, so to speak, if that makes any sense. You mean like emotionally happy? Like you want to feel emotionally happy all the time? Okay, well then we're back to, what is happiness? What do you define as happiness? Yeah, well, feeling good, but then, what does that look like on paper? Because, okay, let me give you an example. To me, after all this time, what I figured out is, to me, happiness is peace. If I have a day like today, if I have a day where there's no stress, I don't have this big list of things I have to do, and I don't have all these stresses on me, and I can just sit and relax and have my tea and read my book, or I can go, work on my cards, or I can play guitar or do whatever I want. That's happiness to me, because there's no negative things coming at me. So it relaxes me. It puts me at peace. And that is kind of what I define as happiness. Because happiness is really hard to get. Life is a rough ride. It really is. It's a really, really rough ride. As life goes on, you don't stop getting hit. You're still taking knocks. You're still winding it up in the ditch. You're still driving down a really rough road sometimes. And the peace is the happiness that you get throughout that. Well, it's just the way I look at it, because I just think, hey, that's something that I can really say, yeah, this makes me happy. I could have a smile on my face while I'm sitting here having my tea. So, and, as far as the other thing, like I said, possessions, yeah, they make you temporarily happy. Like when you get them, it's like, oh, wow, I can't believe I have this. But then, like I said, eventually they just kind of fall into the fabric of what you are and your life and everything else. Yeah. Yes, I have. I've battled being depressed, a few times. That's heavy. I've thought about it. I've thought about it. I don't think I've gotten to the point where I would have actually really done it. But I've gotten close, and I've thought about it. Why, have you? Okay, why? Why would you want to end this? Why would you want to end the journey you're on? Yeah, things can get bad. Things can get really bad, inside of you. But, I've gotten into some pretty dark places and gotten very, very close to that. But I never got there. I hope you don't. Yeah, I think everybody does sometimes. Like, I really do. I think everybody has those thoughts sometimes when things get shitty, I think that's normal. I think everybody kind of goes there, sometimes. What do you mean? Sometimes you think, what's the point of what? Well, there's a few points. there's many points why. That's true. Yeah. Who told you that? Oh, her dad. Yeah, well, I am buddies with him, so I've told him a couple of things. Yeah, I've lost people. I've lost a lot of people. Yeah, it made me very sad. It knocked me, when my mother passed away, it knocked me into a pretty good depression for a while. How? Why? Okay, no, that's two different questions now. How did I get out of it? And why did I get out of it? How I got out of it was, as time went on, and time is the thing, right? As time went on, I started to think, my mother wouldn't want me to be like this, and then, as more time went on, it was also kind of a matter of, over time, like I've been around for a little while. So over time, you figure out that everybody is renting. Everybody's renting. Nobody's going to be here forever. Nothing is going to be here forever. Essentially, everybody's renting. So I basically have to look at how blessed I was to have these people in my life for the amount of time that I did. It was a blessing. It was great. It was amazing. And I have all of these memories of them that nobody can take away from me. They're mine. I get to keep them forever. When everything else, they say nothing lasts forever. Well, when things go away, those don't. They're mine. I get to keep them. And they're like photographs in my head. I can look at them anytime I want. And it reminds me of how great they were, and also it reminds me why to keep going. That was your second part. Why you keep going is because, think about it. Now, these are my answers. Okay, just my answers. I'm not giving you advice. I'm just telling you how my brain works. Why I kept going even when I got to parts so dark that I thought maybe I would do something. Why is because I thought if I stop now, then I'm at the shittiest place I could be. So I'm stopping everything at the absolute shittiest place I could be. I don't want to do that. So I kind of just like, no, just one more day. Let's see what happens tomorrow, you know. But then over time, what you kind of figure out is everything is a cycle. It's what I was saying about happiness. Happiness, you kind of have to make it. You kind of have to make it yourself. It doesn't just drop in your lap. There's this kind of preconception that everybody is supposed to be happy. When if you look through the history of time, life has always been a pretty big struggle, and there's always hardships, and there's always strife, and there's always, you know, heartbreak and all kinds of things, right? So that has been the case forever. So when you get those breaks, you know, when you get those moments where everything is good, that's part of the cycle. I look at life like it's waves. You know, the waves go up, the waves go down. Or storms. You know, the storm comes in. It's a terrible storm. It's like a nightmarish storm. But eventually, the sun always comes out. And that's not even, you know, just saying something like, you know, oh, the sun always comes out. It truly does. It absolutely does. And you can't stop it. You can't do anything about it. I mean, eventually the storm will subside and the sun will come out. So when I have these great memories of things where the sun was out, so to speak, those are why I keep going, because I know no matter how shitty anything gets, I know the sun is going to come out, and I know I'm going to get to take another picture to put in myself to go back on. I'm going to make another memory. I'm going to have another good moment, you know, however long. Some moments are long, some moments are short, but I have them all. And you have to kind of keep making them, you know. It's like a battle. You know, you go through a battle, and when you come out of the battle, you're beat up, you're bruised up, you're scarred up, but you have this feeling inside of you like you survived this thing. You know, you got through this thing. And then when the storm or the battle or whatever it is finally subsides and the sun comes out, you get this feeling. You get this, it's like everything inside of you changes. And you breathe a sigh of relief. And then you start to, you know, your wounds heal and the sun is on your skin and you go, okay, I can do this. You know, so that's why I do it, is because I want to get out the other side so that I can feel the sun. These are all my silly metaphors, but I mean, I'm just trying to give you my take on all of this stuff because I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You know, with all the pressures of everything around you and all of the crap coming at you, yeah, it can be shitty. It can be shitty and it can be tough. But it's really important to think about, and I hope this isn't too cliche, but it's true. It's really important to think about those little things. Like even today, when you were next door, you're hanging with your friend, you're telling jokes, you're laughing, you're having a great time. Those are little things, but they're important things because you get to keep them. I'm probably talking your ears off and getting all philosophical and everything, so apologies for that. It's just a different way to look at it, you know? It's like putting on a different pair of glasses or something like that. It's just a different way to look at it. And I've looked at it from all over the place, you know? I've been through enough things where I've already looked at it like this, and I've looked at it like this, and I've looked at it, you know, 1,000 different ways. And now I'm just kind of at a point where I go, life is a cycle. It is what it is. And the only thing I can really do is I can make my world better, or as good as I can for me and the people around me. Everything else, I don't care. It can go to hell. All the other stuff that they're trying to mash at you, like, this is happening, this is happening, this is terrible, this is terrible. It's like, well, it's not happening on my porch. So I'm going to sit here, have my tea, enjoy the sunshine, and have a chat with you. Good. I'm really glad you stopped by too. I hope I didn't bore the hell out of you. Yeah, well, good. Now, are you okay? Like, I mean, some of the things you're talking about, you know? Yeah, I know. Everybody kind of gets down, you know? Everybody goes to dark places sometimes, and they don't feel great, you know? So it happens. It's normal. It's part of the cycle, and you go through things, and then, you know, you come out of them. The storm subsides and the sun comes out. It does. It does always come out. Sometimes it takes a while, you know. Sometimes the storm lasts a long time, but it always comes out. But you're okay? Okay, good. Well, even better. If you're a little better, then even better. You're very, very welcome. Hey, if you're ever cruising by again and you want to have a chat about something, whatever, and I'm sitting here having my tea, then by all means, feel free to come on up. Okay. You too. You have a great day. Hey, smile. There you go. See, when you did that, did you feel different? A little. Keep doing it. Be a little more and a little more each time. Smile in the face of your opponents. It fucks them up and they don't know what to do. And that's your mental opponents too. You're very welcome. You have a great day, okay? You're damn right. I'm going to sit here and drink my tea and do absolutely nothing all day. Okay. Bye-bye. Hello everyone. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the video and to let you know that I now have early access memberships and super thanks. You can click or tap either of the join buttons, which are in the descriptions below. Thank you so much for watching the video and liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much.